Good morning, 8th graders. This is our first video tutorial about 3D modeling. Today, I'm going to show you the 3D software that we are going to use to model our wind turbine. So, let's get started. The first thing we have to do is to go to Start, and here type 3ds Max. That's the software that we are going to use to model the wind turbine. The first thing that we have to do is that pick the 3ds Max 2014 and open it. Be patient, the program is huge, it has too many options and functions, so it's going to take some minutes to load. After that, don't be scared. What you are going to see, it's full of things, but remember that today's goal is to show you some of the basic tools that we are going to be using during the whole project. As you can see here, this is the basic interface. We have some buttons here to save the project. Okay, this is the save button, for example, the open file, and to create a new scene. This symbol is the 3ds Max symbol. It's like the file button in another program that we can open to have the same options and import and export options too. In these buttons, we are going to find some tools that are going to be really useful when we are modeling something, and I'm going to explain that later. The first thing that you have to know is that we have 4 boxes in the basic interface. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They are called viewports. Each viewport shows what I have in the scene from a different angle. The first place we have the top viewport. Second place is the front. Third place is the left. Fourth place is the perspective. That means that when I model something in one of these viewports, I'm going to see the same object in the rest of the viewports, but from a different angle or view. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to pick a box and I'm going to model something here on the perspective viewport. As you can see, I have a box. I have the same box from a different viewport. I'm just taking a look at the top part. In this one, what I can see here is just the front, and the third one is the left. Maybe you're wondering why you see the box with the real color and the solid shape in the perspective, and in the rest of the 3 viewports you see just an outline. That's the view we have, or the preview mode that we have in each viewport. In this case, in the top we have wireframe. We have the same one in the front, and we have the same wireframe on the left. What's that for? To preview the objects the way I need. Sometimes maybe I'm going to need to use the wireframe because I'm going to have more things here in the middle of something, of a shape, and I need to select that one. If I have it in this mode, it will be more difficult for me to pick it. That's why. We have different types of preview modes. We have realistic, the one that I'm using here in perspective, that allows me to see all the objects even with some lights and shadows. The shaded one, only real colors, and wireframe. There are some others that are not very common, okay, or we're not going to use in this moment. So I suggest you to change all the viewports to shaded. Just by clicking on each name, put the shaded option. So I repeat, as you can see here, you see the top of this box, here the front and just the front of this one, and here just the left side of the box. In the perspective viewport, what you can do is to see all the object, okay, for all the sides. Okay, so let's keep going. The second thing that I want to show you today is something called the grid. As you can see, we have a grid in each viewport. That grid shows me or indicates like the measure units that we are using in the program. We can customize that at the very beginning. We go to customize and we pick unit setup. We are going to work in metric system, meters, and we hit OK. I'll be back in a second with a second video. I hope you have understood the first one. See you later.